Hey, what's up everybody? So welcome to new video. This is the video which is update to this video processing payments with Stripe. So this video was made with version 2 API, which works totally fine if you include version 2. But in this video I will be using updated version of Stripe API, which is version 3. So let's integrate Stripe payment in your Laravel application. So this is the home page of Stripe. In order to integrate this API to your application, just go to developer and go to elements. So here is very good documentation how you can integrate. So there are a couple of ways. Check out elements. So this is the good way to integrate it. So previously in other video I included stripe.js, which is same as elements here. So to start off, first we will need the form. So this is very well documentation which guides you step by step to integrate Stripe in your application. So this is the very well documented Stripe element quick starter. So you can use stripe.js, but elements is a lot simpler. So if you just want to get started really quick, checkout option is for you. Okay, so we'll cover elements in this video, and they are basically same way of integrating Stripe in your application. Okay, so I have brand new installation of Laravel opened in Sublime. So here we need to create two routes, one for displaying form and one for handling the request sent by Stripe. So let's go to web.php. Here I'll include two routes, submitting and storing form. Okay, so here we'll display our view. Okay, so I'll create a view. Okay, so this is very basic view, so you can test that. Okay, so let's go to payment page. Okay, so we have nothing here. Make your payment. Okay, so first step is to set up the Stripe elements. So you need to include it in your layout file. So here I'll include it just here. Okay, for now I'll just include it in head. Okay, so after that you need to set this up with your Stripe key. So in order to display the real key here, you need to sign in. So you can sign in from here. Alright, so after you are logged in, you'll see your real key. So you don't need to go to dashboard and pull in keys. So just copy these two lines, and I will include it here inside my script tag. Okay, so in real application you might want to organize these things in separate files. So but you need to put this in your layout file. So if you see here, so to best leverage the Stripe fraud functionality, you need to put this on every page. So in Laravel we have layout file, which every other blade file will extend. So if you put this in your Laravel layout file, it will be a lot better. It will be more secure. So after that we just included it and set it up. So now next we need to create our payment form. So for now we can just copy it. So there are other examples. You can go to example and you can pull in more nice looking forms from here. So just go to HTML and then you can pull in these. So for now this will be okay. Okay, so this is our form, and action will be to payment. The route we created here will be handling the data sent by this form to there. Actually this is just a form, and yeah, we can include this here. So we created this element instance, and now we'll mount that to that element. Okay, let's quickly pull in Bootstrap CSS. So after that is pulled in, I'll just wrap everything here inside container. Okay, so that doesn't looks too good, but if you want to make it look nicer, you can copy it from one of these examples. So just copy HTML, CSS and JavaScript all in here. Okay, so after that so we mounted the card and defined all styles. Now next we need to add a event listener. So after card is mounted, we need to add an event listener. So after user enters the details, it can be converted into token. So for that we need to send the request to Stripe, and Stripe will send back the token to us, which will be used to charge the payment to customer. So so this will be just this will just show errors if there were any. So to make the Stripe token handler, first we'll grab the form and then add. When someone hits submit, we'll prevent the default and then create a token. So yeah, it's quite easy. So after that is created, we need to create this function StripeToken Handler, which will be responsible for sending token to our server. So let's create this function. Just down below here. Okay, so this function is doing like setting the hidden attribute type, name, Stripe token and token ID. Okay, and after doing that, it is submitting form. Okay, so the front end part is all done. So up to here what we did is displayed the card, and then when customer hits submit, it will go to Stripe server and it will make all authentication stuff if card is valid, if it is expired and everything, and then after checking all those, it will send the token to us and it will submit to our server. So from there we'll catch the token and charge the customer and whatever we want to do. Again, so if you see the form, it will it is using the card element, so Stripe will automatically insert all HTML here. So if you want to make custom forms, like whatever you want to make that, you can use the stripe.js. so I've included that in my previous video, so you can check that out. So here we'll input the card number, then here month, year, and then CVC number. Alright, so after that you can send this to your server. So first let's check if we are getting the token or not. So we'll log this token, so if we are getting token or not, just to check this out, and we'll comment this code. Okay, so make a refresh, and then month, any date in future, so 11, so CBC number, any number, and zip code 98, anything. Okay, so let's submit what we got. Okay, there we go. So we got this card ID, all the token, so this is token ID and all stuff. So we are successfully getting the token. Now we need to handle this in our backend, so in our server. So Stripe part is done. Now we need to handle that in our Laravel application. So here for doing that, you need to charge the customer. To charge that, Stripe has some client library for PHP, and you can go to here, PHP. So before doing that, you need to install this client library. So just open up in new tab, and here for PHP, yeah, for Laravel. So just copy this and open up your project. Let's go to composer.json, and here you need to paste that. So I've already pasted that, and after that run composer update. So to save some time, I've already run composer update. Okay, so now the client library is installed. After that, you need to handle this thing. So as you can see, you can just so everything is documented here. You can read it out. So for simplicity, I will copy this code into my so here you can see this is sending it to /payment, which will be this route. So again, you can make controller for it. I'm doing just inline for now. Okay, so after client library is installed, we have access to this Stripe set API key method, and we are setting this key. So if you are signed in, this key will be your key. Okay, so make sure you are signed in. So here, and we are getting the token, Stripe token. Okay, so this code is to charge the customer for one time. Like if customer fills this form and pay, then it will charge the customer. So in many cases that will be totally fine, like downloading the ebook, entering the payment, and chargings. But for reoccurring charges like subscription or any other charges, like if you want to charge the customer after 1 month or something like that, you can save the credit card detail for later use. So let's take a look at the payment code. Okay, so this is our code, and here we have set the API key and charging the customer. So this is this amount is in cents, so it will charge $1. And so the source is token. So the token that comes from here. So first let's check if it is charging. So I will charge customer $10. So this amount might be coming from for example cart, or you can get charge amount from any your shopping cart total amount. You can get like that. So yeah, you can make it dynamic. So for now I will charge $10, and after that success payment, something like that. Okay, now let's test. Okay, so we are not submitting form. So if you go to this function, remember we just do this for testing purpose. Just remove that and uncomment this form submit. Okay, now let's put in card number 4242. So 419 to 3. So any number for testing purpose. Okay, token mismatch. So this is related to CSRF token. Okay, so so in this form CSRF token, that field will not work, I think. So what you can do is you can put this in your API route. Since we don't need to worry about cross-site request, because Stripe is already checking for that. Stripe is doing much more than that, so we don't need to worry about that. So you can put this code cut out from here, and I will put this in API. Okay, so you need to prefix it with API. Okay, so successful payment. Let's see in dashboard. Okay, so we got $100. So this is about one-time charging, and if you want to make the reoccurring charge, like suppose the customer buys something and enter its credit card for first time, and it is done. So now after a month we want to charge this customer again. So all other steps will be same, but here we'll save this customer. So after we get token, we'll create customer. Okay, let me just copy everything. And I'll paste it. So these steps are same. So here we are creating customer. So here we'll save the email of customer and the token which we get from here. And you can put email field on customer in payment form to get email. And now so after that we are charging customer with customer ID, not token. So previously we are charging with token. So now we successfully charged $10 to customer. So in future, after 1 month, we want to charge same customer with some like $15. So we need to save this to our database for data use. Now what I want to do is I'll just create another route to charge again. So route get and here I'll put this code. So in order to charge again, you just need this customer ID. So let's get customer ID. so for now it will be empty. So we don't need this code here. So instead of successful payment, I will display the customer ID here. To save this customer ID in database and retrieve it here, so I'll to make things quicker, I will not do that. I will instead copy the code which displayed here into here. So let's charge it $100, $150. Okay, so let's refresh, submit. Okay, so this is the customer ID. Now we want to charge this customer again. So if you see on dashboard, so now let's charge him again. So here I'll paste that customer ID, and now we are using that customer ID here. So successfully again. Okay, so now let's fire up this route. So API charge. Okay, sorry, we need to provide API key. Okay, so now let's fire this route again. Okay, successful charged again. So now let's see. Okay, as you can see, we successfully charged $150 again. So you can charge any amount here on monthly basis. So in real life, this whole thing would be one function, and you want to call this function after 1 month or after a certain amount of time. So whatever logic, whatever type of website you are building. So yeah, we covered how to integrate payment. Okay, so if you like this video, just give thumbs up. If you disliked it, just thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you.